It's 1991, and we are going to talk about Zandalee.
Yeah.
Zandalee.
They only say her name like once in it.
Really? I thought it was a few times.
I don't know. And when they did, it was later in the movie.
Well, I didn't know what Zandalee was until they said her name. I'm like, oh,
come on, Zandalee.
Yeah, like that's
but
her.
I don't know. I just remember he said it different than what I thought.
Oh yeah, I just thought Zandalee. But then he said it very like
Zandalee.
Yeah. He had
Zandalee.
Yeah, weird emphasis.
Zandalee.
I mean, that's fine.
You guys been to that new Zandalee? It's really great. Good cheese, good turkey.
I didn't know Judge Reinhold was going to be in this.
Well, and
There's a lot of them too.
Here's the
made me
thing.
happy.
So the credits start rolling.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a blah, blah Reinhold production. And I'm like, oh, what is this, a Judge Reinhold movie? And it's like, Judge Reinhold. And I'm like, oh, it is Judge Reinhold.
Hell yeah.
I know Judge Reinhold from, is it Night Court? No,
that's Harry Anderson.
That's yeah. Wait, what was Judge Reinhold in? Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, Beverly Hills Cop, exactly.
That's what I know him
I think Fast Times, Ridgemont High.
Was he in there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was the one in the bathroom. Yeah.
And then he was in what was it?
I think he was in
that trading the body switching movie with Kevin Arnold, Fred Savage.
Oh,
it's pretty entertaining.
I mean, I suppose I could just look up his discography. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I know he was in, I think, Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Yes.
Remember? Yeah. He was the other guy.
Yeah, he was Tim Allen's wife's new boyfriend or whatever.
I just like because he always has a smile on his face. He's always just smiling. Always in a good mood.
He's a
Not
good guy.
smiling in this movie.
No, not smiling in this movie. And, Aaron Neville?
Yeah.
That was my next note too.
Oh, he was also in Gremlins. Judge Reinhold, that is.
What?
Did he play a gremlin? I don't remember, so I'm just...
Judge Reinhold.
It wasn't the main kid.
No.
It wasn't the chick.
He's not wearing makeup. He is himself, so...
Interesting.
He's not the old Chinese man. He's not Gizmo. Howie Mandel was Gizmo, right?
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
we just aren't going to talk about
it's
this
what
movie.
it is. Yeah, Howie Mandel Gizmo. We're sticking with that.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yes, Gizmo, voiced by Howie Mandel.
You're goddamn right.
Congrats, Howie.
Take that, Bran.
Oh, in my face, indeed.
Shit.
Yeah.
Aaron Neville.
Aaron Neville, yeah.
Who did he play?
I don't
The bartender.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
I just know the voice.
Here's your tequila. Not dealing drugs. So after the credits go, we're in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. Chris, did you get nostalgic at all?
A little bit, actually, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, because because they're walking around and I was like, I wonder what real estate is like in New Orleans. So I looked it up and because that's I was curious about like smack dab French Quarter, middle of the tourist trap, like what prices were like. And for about $170K, I think they're technically considered a studio. But there's one super interesting one, again, like smack dab in the French Quarter. It was basically you walk in. This is talking real estate. It was a living room, small kitchen, and next to that small bathroom. And then you had to climb a ladder to get to like the bedroom, like loft area. But I was like, that's kind of cool.
That seems like a lot of work.
And a bad
Climbing ladders?
If you're especially like if you're in the French Quarter, you're going to be drinking.
There you go.
Hurricanes all the way.
I know I would fall multiple times.
Yeah.
I'm more of a hand grenade guy, but...
Oh, wait. Maybe it's hand grenades that I'm thinking of.
I mean, it comes to the grenades.
Is like make the bottom floor then, just like instead of like having like just a regular wood floor or carpet, make it like a trampoline floor. That way, when you fall off the ladder, you just bounce off. I know. You don't have to thank me.
I won't. So then it pretty much... So it's just French Quarter. And then it starts with Zandalee like naked, like right away, right?
Just dancing in the bedroom naked.
Right.
Yeah.
3.5 minutes in, full frontal nudity.
Yes. And then we see Judge Reinhold with a super creepy mustache.
Oh yeah. It was
I
pretty
was
great.
not a fan.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Actually, there were lots of creepy mustaches in this.
Yes. Everyone looked creepy, really. Yeah, there's just a creepy time.
Well, because
New Orleans is also kind of creepy.
There you go. Yeah. So. Oh God.
I like to touch.
I like it at you. So yeah, Judge Reinhold is shaving, and then he like cuts his neck.
Which was there any
significance
to that?
No. But here's the thing. So then, like, he goes into the bedroom or bedroom. He goes into the.
That's what they call them in New Orleans. Yeah, it's actually called
bedroom.
That's right.
Never mind. I was about to go off on this tangent. I guess there's like this TV chef from back in the day. He was like really fat.
Yeah,
and I guess like he had like a little spoon that he would like stir everything with.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
about. He was like this like really fat Cajun guy.
Yes.
But like he just had like this little spoon. And he's like, anyway, but so he goes into the bedroom, and he's like, Zandalee, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm naked, Nikki. And then they're necking and kissing, and he's like, I cut myself, but you can't see the cut then.
Yeah,
right.
It was really weird.
Yeah.
Anyways,
and again, weird accents.
Yes.
Another movie with more weird accents.
Right. And I noticed right away. So like they're doing some sort of dialogue, and I can't remember what it was exactly, but it's just like this very, I don't know. It's something about it where I'm like, okay, Judge Reinhold did this movie so he could have an acting role. I want a character that's really deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something about the dialogue. I'm like, fuck, it's one of those movies.
Yeah.
So I wasn't too about it.
It kind of lost me right there.
In the first 4 minutes.
Yeah. I'm talking, I'm just like, well, like you said, just like, here we go.
There's a few, I thought I wrote some of them down. Well, when we get to it. But yeah, there's some few phrases I was just like, that's a thing, I guess.
I fucked up. I wanted to do it. Well, actually, you can still do it in post, maybe for the YouTube. So when I open this, if you can do the first 2 bars of Hammer Smashed Face, because we're drinking Amber Smashed Face.
Ah, boom.
So it'll go dun, 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 dun. So we'll just go. No. Well, sorry, because I already took off the thing. Cool. There it goes.
What I should really do is not edit that at all. I just leave all that.
Oh, wow. It looks like a real
We can do that in post, right?
Yes. Amber Smashed Face from 3 Floyds. Anyways, so then he's just like, he's getting ready to go out to like a bachelor party, I believe it is.
Yeah, where they're fezzes.
Yes, he puts on his best fez.
Yeah, he had a fez.
Not the character from that 70s show.
Oh, boom.
And boom goes the dynamite. Hey, that's, wow.
Oh, look at you.
3 even pours. So anyway, so they cut to like the bachelor party thing.
Yeah.
And more boobs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whipped cream, strippers, dancing,
Yeah, I
giving
didn't
lap dances.
know that was a thing.
What?
The whipped cream.
Really?
At bachelor parties. I've been to 2 bachelor parties in my life. The first one, we went to a White Sox game, and then I went home. And the second one, we went to like a driving range. Yeah. We went to a couple bars, played some poker.
Right.
That's about it. So when I was watching that, I'm like, it was a great time. Except for the first one. I had a great time. It's just that they got a limo to go there and back. Mm-hmm. You know how limos have like the seats and there's a backward seat?
Yes.
Well, I was in the backward seat and I thought I was going to throw up. I got super nauseous.
Because you're facing the other way?
Yeah, I got car sick. I didn't say anything to anybody because I didn't want to ruin anybody's day, I guess. And then somebody we were with said that I look like death. And then that's when I said something. So that's my story.
Did you ride the bus to school?
Yeah.
Were you one of those kids that always got sick on the bus?
No. I was fine on the bus.
Huh. Facing the right way.
Yeah, I was facing the right way. You can't move me backwards. It'll be bad news.
Okay.
There you go.
You'd be bad at sculling.
Yes. I would be. Yeah, I couldn't.
Terrible.
Yeah, I couldn't skull. Well, good thing I didn't pick that as my profession.
So they're at the bachelor party, and all of a sudden, like, some guy's like, Johnny! So this is where we get introduced to Nicolas Cage, and it's his silhouette in the doorway, and he starts windmill headbanging, which is why it's very appropriate that we're drinking this beer. Yeah, and then...
which I think this might be possibly the best Nicolas Cage introduction, though I don't know if it beats Valley Girl where he's running on the beach.
Right.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat that.
It was really good, though. Well, I just like how again, in this movie, he plays a bad boy. Again. He seems to, in almost every movie, he's playing a bad boy.
We're also skipping the obvious of he has long hair, mustache, single thing of facial hair.
Super soul patch.
Yeah.
His hair was great.
Really? Because I was thinking...
It was sweet.
I'm picturing Southern rundown gas station attendant.
Damn right. He wore a wow.
Yeah. So this is where we meet Johnny, and I guess Johnny and Terry, they've known each other for a while. I forget.
Yeah.
Like
kids.
Like, no, yeah.
I thought they said like since high school, middle school, something like that. Since school.
Because when after this, when he goes back, I guess what's his face? Judge's mom's there,
right?
And like she flipped out because she saw him too and stuff. So it was like, oh, so they must have known each other for a long time. If the mom's like, oh, since
So and. Yeah, because he wants to surprise his mom. Mm-hmm. So then he's like, oh, go hide. And he goes to hide in the kitchen. Yeah. And then that's where Zandalee and Johnny meet each other for the first time. He's like, who are you? He's like, who are you?
Yeah, exactly,
yeah. So it's like this weird kind of tension and stuff like that.
And she doesn't want anything to do with him really right now.
Right.
At all, yeah.
Right. Does anything else happen? Oh, I guess they kind of all get to know each other a little bit.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, talk a little bit here and there. And then I have written here, not sure what's happening.
Fair enough,
right? Because I really didn't know.
Right.
Yeah.
So then I guess the next scene is it's at Zandalee's job. And also he's like, you should let me paint you.
Oh, right. Yeah.
We should know. Yeah.
Nick
So
Cage.
he's an artist.
Right. And Judge, he's a poet. But his dad started like a telecommunications
Southern
company.
Com.
Yeah.
Or Southcom
And so he's trying to save the company, but like in his soul, he wants to be a poet. And she loved him for being a poet. Right. And now that he's not a poet, she's kind of like, I don't like you anymore. Yeah.
Terrible person.
Pretty much.
So then he's like, I want to paint you. He's like, okay, yeah, we'll do it sometime, whatever. So then it cuts to at Zandalee's job. I'm guessing she's like a seamstress or like
just like at a boutique, just like at a
something with clothing and
Joey
cross dressers.
Okay, so
Joey Pants.
So was the guy there? Does he work there too, or does he just hang out?
That's
there?
Joey Pantoliano, or whatever you say his name.
What?
You guys don't know who Joey Pants is? I figured you would. I figured like this would be the guy who'd be like, yeah, Joey Pants.
No
He's
idea.
in a bunch of stuff. I can't name any of it, but I know because I'm so bad with remembering stuff like that. But he's been in a bunch of stuff.
Really?
Oh yeah.
It is Joey Pants. He was in Risky Business, The Goonies, Midnight Run, Baby's Day Out, The Fugitive. He was Cypher in The Matrix, Teddy in Memento.
I've seen all these, or a lot of these movies.
Yeah.
He starred in 2 episodes of Tales from the Crypt, which is actually where I know him.
Damn right.
I didn't know.
Did you watch The Sopranos at all?
Nope.
Right.
I think if you saw like a more recent picture of him, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's the guy.
The bald guy from The Matrix. The one who was like, I know it's not steak, but it's steak. Spoilers. No, well, kind of.
Doesn't matter.
For a 20-year-old movie.
So, and nothing really much happens in that scene.
Yeah.
Not much happens in this movie.
Right. But I have a surprising amount of notes.
Me too. I was surprised I had this much notes.
Right.
So Joey, the guy that put the Joey Pants, he's getting fitted for a dress.
Yes.
Because he wants to
his ball.
look good for the ball.
Right.
He looked pretty good in the dress.
He's all right.
And then What? I think that was it. That was it. They just showed that
But
part.
like the dialogue was just super underwhelming because like the old lady comes in, she goes, "Yes, this color will be great on you.
Yeah.
Look at these buttons." It's just like, okay, what do people say in a fucking shop?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
it felt very forced.
Yeah. And then they kind of just stopped. There was like no need for any of that to happen. It was just a way to introduce Joey Pants, it seemed like.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot Steve Buscemi in the beginning.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that was
That's
awesome.
right.
And they're wearing the prison garb. I didn't know that was a thing. The garbage guys, they were wearing the jumpsuits, the prison on the back.
Right.
Yeah, I had no clue that was a thing down there.
Is it a thing?
It must have been, maybe.
At one time, maybe?
Yeah, one time.
Yes.
But yeah, I thought that was
Steve
pretty cool.
Buscemi.
Yeah, I like them.
Probably the best part about this movie.
I agree.
Yeah.
There's one thing else, but we'll get to it.
Okay. So then it cuts back to the apartment, and you can kind of tell excuse me. You can tell like they're already kind of like drifting apart because then they're like
Judge and Zandalee.
yes,
Yeah.
sorry. Because they're both staring out the window, and like he's like got his like arms around her, and your arms are around me, but you're so far away.
They're written right there.
That's two mouth minutes.
Yes. I have it written right there.
And I'm like, like really, like, I'm like, who fucking talks like that?
So deep, bro. You don't get it. You're not feeling it. Ugh.
Terrible.
Yeah, very terrible. It's because, well, the thing is, she's like the judge lost his passion,
Right.
and Cage has all this passion because he's an artist.
Yes.
So that's why she's like, oh, I just want passion. She doesn't care who she gets it from. She doesn't care. She just wants it.
Right.
And the passion of her is just having sex. It seems like that's all she really cares about throughout the entire
and
movie.
jogging
And jogging.
in the same outfit.
Yeah, the same. Yeah. So,
Crotch sweat.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So then it cuts to later in the night, and Joey Pants and Zandalee go to this club.
Yes.
And it's the most, I've never seen a strip club like this.
No.
Where it's,
The dude and the chick on stage.
and they're just grinding on each other.
Yeah. Of course, more boobs.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like, every 5 to 10 minutes, they just throw a set at you just so you're not like lost.
This will keep a minute.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And then Zandalee makes out with that one guy.
I don't know. I guess. I'm not sure who it was or.
Right.
Yeah, just someone standing against like a pillar or a wall or something in there. Just, just make out with her. And I was like, this is very weird.
Yes.
And Joey Pants is just like, okay.
I'll let it happen. So she gets really drunk, and then she goes home really drunk.
Yeah.
And she's like trying to sneak in. Like,
So super just the drunk person walking inside. Yeah.
And then they start canoodling and making out and stuff like that. And then they start fornicating.
Yes. Going to Pound Town.
And yes. And then she wants butt stuff, and Judge Reinhold doesn't want butt stuff.
Well, it doesn't seem like I don't think he could get it up.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I didn't interpret it that way.
No, because you gotta like throughout the thing, it's like he doesn't have the passion. He's stressed out. He's trying to do this. He doesn't have time for her. He can't go. He can't get it up.
That would explain the line that I have.
Oh yeah.
I wish you were a paraplegic so I could understand then.
Right.
Which is a terrible thing.
Terrible thing. She's horrible.
Yeah.
She
really is actually.
Horrible. She's not understanding at all. Like from what I see, he's having a tough time in his life. His dad's company that got built like over however long, he's about trying to save it. He's about to lose it. Mm-hmm. He's going through all this crap. He's having trouble writing for his poems. His poems aren't coming out. He just has writer's block. Right. And all she can care about is that she's not having sex enough. Mm-hmm. She's not like, oh, that sucks. Here, let me support you. No, it's none of that.
Well, life's hard when you're lounging around in komodos all day.
That is true. That is true.
Jogging and
yes.
Yes.
Which actually, the next scene I believe is her jogging.
well, that's when Judge can't do it, and he starts walking, and he's sitting in the chair, and then she starts going to town on herself.
Yes.
And then she starts crying while she's doing it. And I'm just like, why? I don't know anything that's happening.
Right.
It's just stupid. And it moved on to the next scene.
And then when she's jogging after that, is that where she like races the very slow moving train?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember that.
What happens? And we should note that Judge Reinhold gets Nicolas Cage a job.
Yes.
Yeah.
At Southern Com.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Just being like a cable guy or something.
Right. Well, so when she's out jogging, she runs
That's right.
past Nick Cage, who's
That's
just
right.
jackhammering this fucking street.
Yeah.
You know? And then she like runs up to him and then she's like, "Oh, what's that on your arm?" And it's like this super lame tattoo.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, the Black Rose of Fate." And he's like, "You want me to draw one on you?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's fucking drawn on, really?"
Well, and we're totally glossing over the fact that she's like, "Oh, what's that?" He's like, "It's a black rose," and then like very flexes. It's like, oh,
yeah, it was awesome. That part was great.
So then
his glasses were great.
Yes,
His glasses were so awesome. Oh man.
And actually, I forgot. I forgot when it was, but I know we've already gone past it. But also very odd, a Donald Trump reference.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, huh?
Yeah, I don't remember the context of it, but they didn't mention him. It was something about having everything, maybe.
No, Nicolas Cage was saying something like, "Money is an excuse for lack of art."
Ah, yeah. Not even Donald Trump can say, yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, there you go.
So I believe it. Next scene is where Judge Reinhold's on the Turi. He's on the couch, and Nicolas Cage is like starting to paint him.
No, didn't they? After when they were talking at that part, didn't like he grab her, like move her or something? I thought that's where they started fooling around then too. Not yet.
No.
Okay. I don't remember when.
No. Cause he's like painting the picture of Judge Reinhold,
Okay.
and he goes like into the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then like he goes in.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And Judge goes in the kitchen and then he makes a move on Zandalee.
Yeah.
And
he's like, whoa.
Yeah, and she's like, no. And the Cage is like, yeah. And she's like, okay. And then it was very
Judge Reinhold's like right in the next room.
Right in the next room. And it went on for a while because it seemed like he was going in there and going to be right back out. Mm-hmm. That's what they made it seem like. Oh, got to grab something. I'll be right back. And then that happened. It seemed like a good minute and a half.
I feel like that happens a couple of times in this movie.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I believe the next scene is another jogging scene.
Weird.
And then like a homeless guy walks up to Zandalee. He's like, "You got any money?" And he's like, "Yeah."
No, what do you have for me?
Yeah.
That's what he said. He goes, "What do you have for me?" And she's just like, and then
gives him the umbrella.
Which
he doesn't know how to use.
Exactly. It was even open for him. And he's just holding it to the side, just walking. And I'm just like, dude, you just got an umbrella, man.
It was raining at the time, right?
Yes,
very
it was,
hard.
Yeah.
And then Nicolas Cage is like watching her from a car.
Yes,
And,
creepily.
and then he's like, "Oh, you gotta change it." Like he does this weird fucking accent. And
Mary Poppins.
Jimmery, Jim, and then he's like hitting on Zandalee really hard.
Yeah.
And then they kind of like go to like just like off to this little kind of alley area.
Yeah.
And then they start making out, right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
And is this where he says, "I want to shake you naked and eat you alive"?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, just making sure.
Yes.
That is a thing that happened.
And also, because of Nick Cage getting rained on, at this point, he really looks like a wet rat.
A lot of hair and water and just all over the place. Yeah, it was bad.
So now, wait, do they do it?
I think so.
Yeah, they go back to his loft.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is where they start doing the deed.
Yeah.
It is his art loft, which is something. Nick Cage card trick. What?
That's later on. He does a card trick.
Oh no, it's at the bar.
Yeah. I don't think it happened right now.
No, I think the bar scene's next.
Does he do it a couple times? Because I remember one like at the end he did a card trick. Maybe it's this one. It seems to all like
He
kind
does
of.
do another card trick.
Well, it kind of all blends.
No. He's at the bar,
Okay.
and there's that couple next to him, and one's like a priest.
Yes.
Yeah, huh?
I can't remember what the fucking card trick was.
Yeah. Priest picks a card, he
Right.
puts it in the thing, and he puts it up. Then he goes, and the card just kind of floats up.
Levitates, yeah.
And he's like, "Is that your card?" And the priest is like, sorcery! And he
Yeah.
freaks out. No, that didn't happen. I wish it would have happened that way.
And then also, this is where we're introduced to Aaron Neville, the bartender.
Yes.
Where he is, I don't know, it'd be better if he sang more, but.
Oh, that would make the movie so much better.
Tequila. Yeah. So Nick Cage is, he's just ordering like tequila shots or something like that. And then Judge Reinhold shows up
Yeah.
and then he has some drinks. But then, like, what kind of struck me in a weird way is Judge Reinhold's like, he's like, I got everybody's drinks, and then leaves.
Oh, yeah.
That's a baller move.
Yeah.
I'm out.
That's pretty great.
So he must have like a running tab or something like that,
must
right?
be, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like you can't just be like, I got your drinks.
Yep.
See ya. And
Yeah.
like, wait a second, it doesn't work that way.
Yep. Is this when he invited him to come back for dinner?
Yes.
And he's like bring whoever or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. Because at first he's wanted to invite him, and Nick Cage is like, he said no. Didn't he say no? He's like, no. He said I had plans.
Yes.
Right.
He's like, I wanted to invite you to dinner. He's like, I have plans. And then Judge is like, I'm not taking no for an answer.
Right.
You're coming. It's fine. So that's when it moves to it's a dinner after that, right?
Yeah. And
okay.
Nick Cage brings his girlfriend, his fling or whatever.
Yeah.
And Nick Cage is like trying to like hit on Zandalee and stuff like that. And then she like stabs his hand with a fork.
Yes. That was what's her name? Nick Cage. Marissa Tomei.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of like bigger names in this, but they
Surprisingly.
don't really. Yeah, surprisingly, exactly.
And then the grandma lady, her boyfriend with
Tata or Tata or-
her boyfriend with the bow tie is there.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
And like the girlfriend's name is like Remy, and
Yes.
because they make a
Remy Martin.
a Remy Martin joke. It's alcohol.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
And and then Zandalee goes to the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nick Cage makes his way there.
Yeah,
And then
there were some excuses. They had to get something. Whatever.
right. But then like they start making out.
Yeah.
And then they make their way down into like the laundry room.
Yeah.
And start fucking on the washing machine.
Yes, and it's
like they're
loud.
gone for a while.
And it's kind of loud because you like it goes back to Judge, right? Judge, and like
Yeah,
it
right.
shows him, and he's just like he hears. He's
Yeah,
like,
because they start
"Wait a
doing it in the
minute."
laundry room, and then they start the washing machine.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to Judge, he's just like,
He just-
yeah.
I laughed heartedly at that.
Oh wait, is this where Nick Cage is dressed like Zorro? I think so.
I mean, the whole movie.
Maybe?
You could probably make an argument that the entire movie he's dressed in a Zorro outfit, one or another. Besides his cable worker outfit,
right.
He's very stylish.
And then really, it's another jogging scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if I recall, this jogging scene is just mainly a montage of her cutting off people and things. Like she cuts in front of a car, honks at her, cuts in front of the train honks at her. And then I believe she rendezvous with Nick Cage again. Right?
This is the part of the movie where all this repeats itself.
Right.
Yeah, a lot.
It's a lot of repeating. I would say, yeah, she.
Oh,
meets
well,
Nick
is this
Cage
where
again.
they meet in the church?
Not
yet. That's
yet.
okay.
Though I feel like they do that a few
Because I
times.
think
Yeah.
they go back to his place, and that's where he does like the cocaine and olive oil thing up her butt or something. Which I really, I'm like, what?
Gotta try that.
How does this work? Good fats and narcotics.
Yeah. In my notes, I put, where's he gonna put that cocaine? ... That's where he's gonna put that cocaine.
So then I guess Zandalee and Johnny have plans to like do a rendezvous at lunch.
Yes.
And she goes to his loft. She's trying to kill time.
Waits for him, and then
She keeps hearing messages from other ladies.
yes, and that's when Nick Cage is still at work, and he's gonna leave.
But then Judge Reinhold's like, we gotta have a talk.
Yeah,
And then he's trying to put him on the spot, but
Right.
Nick Cage is kind of just denying any accountability.
Well, he's like, you've been taking long lunches. You should, they want me to fire you, but I've been saving your job.
Right.
He's like, oh, I made you a lunch. Here, eat this type thing.
Just a bag.
Just a bag of I don't know what's in it, and Nick Cage is really
Probably baguettes.
probably baguettes.
Nice. Bag of baguettes.
Yeah. Was it Nick Cage? He was eating a peach, wasn't he?
Yes.
Loudly.
Very much
Very
so.
loudly. He's really going to town on that peach.
So while that's going on, more messages are left on Johnny's machine.
Yes.
And then Zandalee fucking loses it.
Yeah.
She throws the tomato sauce on the bed.
Yeah.
Was it tomato sauce or paint?
Tomato sauce.
Was it? Okay.
It was red.
Yeah, that's all I remember. Is some red.
I like tomato sauce, so we'll just say it's tomato sauce. It sounds more funny.
Yeah. It makes me think of Gallagher.
There you go.
Oh,
Gallagher makes me laugh.
Yeah, he's a very funny man.
So, no, this is where Nick Cage meets Zandalee at the church.
Yes.
And he starts smoking in church.
Yeah.
Starts smoking in
Which I
church,
liked it.
and then he starts. Yeah, he goes kind of crazy in the church.
Yes.
Yeah.
He just lets out a loud fuck.
Yeah, and then brings her into the confessional.
Yes.
and won't let her leave.
And starts banging her in the confessional.
And she does not want it.
No.
Not at all.
Nope.
Now, Judge knows that something's going on.
Right.
Not between these two, but he knows that she is cheating
Right.
with somebody.
Right.
It seems
He's
like
pretty sure.
I think after the laundry room thing,
That's
he
when
starts to
and
get
then that's
idea.
when he had Nick Cage during the lunch. He thought it was him too there, but then for some reason, I don't know what happened, but he's like all of a sudden he's like, oh yeah, Nick Cage, they're not cheating. It's somebody else. He doesn't, because then there's a point where he's even like, it could be you for all I know.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, here, before that, when they're talking at the bar.
Yeah.
So, Zandalee comes back home, and Judge Reinhold is sitting alone in a room, completely dark, listening to jazz
Yeah.
in the most uncomfortable looking chair ever.
Oh yeah.
Who fucking does this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you would think, if you have a jazz listening chair, which I don't, I fucking hate jazz. By the way, I was driving down Randall Road and there was some guy blasting jazz and he had a big amp in the back. I'm like, oh, you're that fucking guy. And he was young too. So it's oh, you're really that guy. You're trying to impress people. Eat shit.
Is this did he start talking to his grandma or his mom, whoever that is, about her cheating? Remember they were sitting and talking, and he's like, because when he got introduced to the boyfriend, he's like, I remember him from pictures and times in the past.
That might have been actually sooner, because I have a note of, I said, "You ugh." Grandma saying, "I have needs too."
Right. Well, that guy, I guess, was a family friend from long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't
The
catch
bow tie
that?
guy?
Yeah, the bow tie guy was a family from long ago, and she was cheating on the grandpa with him.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I didn't catch that at all.
That's why the grandma's like I have needs too. You can't this is between me and him, and this is just how it is. And while Judge is going through this thing where his wife might be cheating, hearing this from his mom that cheating is a way of life type thing.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. That's why I was just man, priorities in this thing are just not set.
So then, now it's Judge Reinhold and Johnny, or Judge Reinhold and Nick Cage. I'm just intersplicing.
It's fine.
Terry and Johnny are at the bar. And I just pictured Charles Barkley.
That's terrible.
And Terry's at the bar with Johnny. And you run by the pool with scissors. Oh, wait, that's Karl Malone. So then he's like, oh yeah, she's cheating with somebody.
Yeah.
But then did either of you realize how they were drinking shots? They were sipping on the shots.
Yeah.
And throughout the movie, they kept on doing shots of tequila. Which I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, Nick Cage's like, oh, do you know who it is? He's like, man, for all I know, it could be you.
Yeah.
And then he goes back to his place, and I guess they kind of Zandalee and Zandalee and Turi had like this come to Jesus moment, and then she's just like, "Oh, we should just go away somewhere."
Right.
I thought that meant like, let's go away to another country or something.
Yeah, there was no specifics. There was a point though where, remember, she walked back into the room from somewhere. Maybe it was after the church or something. It was late at night. And she walked back in to their house, but she came through like a window. Do you remember that part?
No.
It was it was like 3 seconds, but I remember watching and like it's focused on the bedroom.
Oh yeah.
And all of a sudden she just walks through
and
window.
he's like asleep on the bed, and he's got like the crumpled up notes.
Yes. That's when they decide to go then. I think that's right. Because I'm just like, where did she come from?
I thought that was like a balcony door or something.
I thought they were like on a second floor.
Yeah, but like a door to like a balcony or a deck or something. You know, like the French Quarter has all that shit.
Well, the way I thought like, because it went from she's outside to all of a sudden she walks through a window.
Yeah.
So that's what got me. She might have been on the balcony for a while. Like, I don't know. But
it was weird editing where she's like she was on like the street. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, coming right through like the second floor. It's like, oh,
that's strange.
So weird editing.
Good. Yeah.
They're like, oh, let's go far away somewhere. Yeah. And I guess go away far away somewhere means just like, hey, let's go on a boat ride.
Yeah, the bayou.
Yeah,
I got a little bayou.
Do people from New Orleans say Nolans? I don't know if that's like. I don't think they do.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a thing that people made up to make it seem
like, hey, I'm going to Nolans.
Yeah, like that.
No, I don't think anyone says that.
No, you're going to New Orleans.
Yeah. So, like, it seems like things are okay. They're getting back together. Go ahead.
I have written, the movie is too long. About this point.
Right.
The movie, it's
about an hour in, I think.
No. Because the movie was, 2 hours almost?
No, I thought it was like an hour 40.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
God, it seemed like 3.
Yeah.
It's longer than Braveheart.
Yeah. I'd rather watch Braveheart like 3 times in one day than watch this again.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. So
that's a lot of sitting though.
9 hours.
I love sitting. Sitting's pretty great. Don't knock sitting. I could sit on my row machine and
I was about to say, would you count rowing as sitting?
Sit on my row machine.
Yeah. I'm not saying I'd row. I could just sit on it.
So then they make a stop at this like little kind of bayou bar place.
Yeah.
Where he's just going to grab like a 6-pack to go, which is fucking awesome. That's an awesome business to have.
Yeah.
Like, fuck yeah, get your bait, get your beer.
Yeah.
Because they're talking about, he asked the guy at the counter like what bait he needs to get catfish.
Right.
And they need stink bait or I don't know.
Yeah.
And then that's when all of a sudden you hear
whatever he says. I don't know what he says.
I don't know what he says.
Catfish is a little
right. Some blood. Some kind of blood.
Yeah.
Like cow's blood or some blood. And I'm just like, oh, okay.
And it's fucking Johnny sitting in the corner with a bunch of beer, just like he's been drinking for a while.
Yes.
And like Judge Reinhold's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like
he's not happy with all of a sudden he's like something clicked, it seemed like at that point.
Right.
It's like he knew, because remember when he stood up and they were staring at each other, and then Judge, he's like took you long enough to get down here, like, oh, you finally made it or something like that. He says something like that.
Might have skipped past it. It might have been just before this one. But where Zandalee and Judge are doing it, and like in the middle of the scene, they stop and she goes, "See, all the parts work."
Yes.
Which is like,
you're right. It's a little bit before this. Yeah.
But like that, I thought that was insane.
Well, yeah, because before it was implied that he was having trouble. You know what I mean? But it seemed like maybe the writer director didn't think that the audience would understand what was going on.
So be real blunt about it.
Erectile dysfunction. It's like Pee-wee's secret word of the day. Hey, Pee-wee. Erectile dysfunction. That's right. He can't get it up. Randy.
Jesus Christ, that's awesome.
I just did 3 characters.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm Jerry.
I'm trying to think
I'm going to the movies.
I'm like, I want to be the furniture. What the hell's the furniture thing named? Cherry.
Yeah, Cherry.
I forgot.
And there was the moo cow.
Yeah. And then what's his face?
Conky?
Lawrence Fishburne.
Cowboy
Curtis, who
Lawrence Fishburne.
and then Phil Hartman was the sea captain.
Yes.
Who's the head in the box?
Yeah, who was, I forgot his name.
Tommy!
Yeah.
You can't say it normal. It's like Slayer. You can't
true.
say,
Yeah.
Slayer.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Say Tommy!
Yeah, thank you.
Your neighbors are loving me right now. Oh, they're watching Pee-wee's Playhouse. Who else is there?
They had the ants in the ant farm, but they were just ants. I remember that.
The funny story, the door-to-door salesman scared the crap out of me as a kid.
The one with the huge head, right?
Huge head, I'm going door-to-door. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Scared me. And actually, so did the talking hand.
Yes.
No. That one kind of freaked me out. But mostly the door-to-door salesman.
Yeah, I could see how that was scary. Huh. Oh, God.
Miss, what's her name? Miss
Cleo.
Yvonne?
No.
Miss Yvonne. That is Charlie's mom, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, well, look at that. Huh. You did
Back
it.
to Zandalee.
All the things we'd rather talk about other than this movie.
Seriously. I think we've gotten off topic in this one more than really anything else.
For good reason.
Yeah.
So it's funny. So like so he spots Nick Cage in the corner of the bar, and it's funny. So like they get like face to face with each other, like no holds bar, and like Zydeco music starts playing, and I'm like, holy shit! If they start a bar fight to Zydeco music, I'm like, this is gonna make it all worth.
Yes.
A lot of it worth it.
Yeah.
But then they don't fight, and I'm like, what the fuck?
They dance.
Yes. And I go, this is the most opposite of fighting that they can possibly do.
Yeah.
So then after they do this weird dance ritual,
Which I got no problem with guys dancing. That's not it. It's because you know there's some people that are listening, be like, oh, you're like bros dancing. There was no reason for it.
Weird.
There was no reason.
Weird dance.
Yeah, it was just weird. It was. They were doing like a waltz.
right?
And it was like, but there must have been a certain type of waltz they were
Like
doing.
if there was like a prison dance academy, like that's like the kind of like follow me.
That sounds like a real anime. You might need to Google that.
Dance academy. I will smite you with my moves. Here's my two-step. My shake of death. So they do the weird dance. And then
Is that one judge?
And we need to explain for listeners, like they're just doing this on a dock.
Right.
Oh, right. Yeah, about to get on the
Judge
boat.
and Nicolas Cage are doing this like weird dance. Well, it's like a waltz, and they're also doing this like weird like thingy.
Yeah.
And Zandalee's like right there next to them,
right.
watching,
holding a branch, like I don't like it.
Yeah, and they're just on a dock, and so like on their foot. Yeah, it is weird. It's weird.
And then Judge Reinhold's like, who wants a beer? And she's like, I'll have one. He's like, then come get it.
Yeah.
And then Nick Cage's like, I'll get it for her.
Yeah.
And they're like, let's go on this old fishing creek spot or whatever they said. This old spot.
And then that's when Judge pulls out his gun.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He points it at Zandalee.
Yes.
He points it at Nick Cage. And he points it at himself.
Right.
On his head like that.
Yes.
And then he's laughing hysterically.
Right.
And then Nick said he shoots and then at nothing. And then they're on the boat.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's driving, and Judge is driving, crazy, just laughing, he's out of his mind. But of course, who wouldn't be?
At this point, I wrote most awkward fishing trip ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're just the three of them in a boat.
Right. And then Nick Cage is like, well, why don't you let me drive?
And again, for listeners, they're going like through the swamps.
Right.
Like
Yeah. And Nick Cage was like, oh, I don't think it's this way. And Judge is like, of course it's this way. And then Zandalee's freaking out that it's too fast. And
and I was confused because I thought the whole thing with the Judge with the gun was like he was kidnapping them. But then Cage is like, oh, let me steer. And Judge is like, okay.
All right. Yeah.
I was like, oh, this
that's what I thought too. So they just got on the boat with the
shittiest kidnapping ever.
Yeah.
Or?
So then Nick Cage takes over driving, and then
Well, Judge starts shooting.
Oh,
just in nowhere and start he's like pissing off Nicolas Cage, but with good reason.
Right.
Because he's calling both of them out.
Right.
And that's when Nick Cage gets pissed off.
Yeah.
And he makes this really like sharp turn.
Right.
And that's when Judge falls off the boat.
Judge Reinhold falls out of the boat. And then he's just kind of like
floating there. I think his feet were stuck.
Okay.
That's when she's like,
I rewound it 3 times. And all I could hear was, and I'm like, what? Like,
he was called the hyacinth.
what?
Hyacinth.
What is that?
It's a type of plant.
Yeah. Oh. It's like underneath the water.
Because I'm like, he's caught on what?
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe she's not saying caught at all. Yeah, because he's caught on Hyacinth. I'm like, what? Caught on the Heil Hitler? What?
He's like, oh God, this is a weird turn.
Hyacinth is a bulbous plant of the lily family with strap-like leaves and compact spike of bell-shaped fragrant flowers.
Okay.
Duh.
The more you know.
Yeah, there you go.
Joe.
So yeah, he's stuck. You could see him. He's like in the water. His head comes up and then it goes down.
Right.
Yeah.
It comes up and goes down. And then Zandalee, Nick stops the boat because he's like, crap, I kind of wanted it to happen. You could tell he kind of did, but he's not happy he did. And then she wants to go jump and save him. Nick's like, no, like stay here. Who cares?
Right.
Kind of. And then she jumps in. She like grabs him and he pushes her away.
Yes.
Right.
And I'm like, that's what you get, stupid Zandalee.
Yeah.
Yeah, in your face.
So, but then Nick Cage goes and grabs him.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then it's like the most wimpy, like,
yeah, bites him. Very like weak bite. And then it's just
I didn't even notice the first time.
Really?
I thought Nicolas Cage just yelled. I was like, oh, that's very Nicolas Cage.
He's like, because he's like totally limp. He's like,
Judge Reinhold just bites Nicolas Cage on the neck.
like he's like sleeping and like dreaming about like eating a sub sandwich. Or there's I guess it would be a muffaletta because they're in New Orleans. And he's just like, and he's like, no. and then Judge Reinhold drowns.
Yeah. He didn't want to be rescued by both of them.
Right.
He'd rather die than have those two rescue him.
Strong statement.
That's what it seems like, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, okay. Okay, Brandan.
So then I guess the next scene is
the cemetery.
Yes, it's Zandalee at Turi's grave.
Yes.
Did it seem like his name was really long on the gravestone?
Oh, I'm sure
I'm like, oh, I'll know how they spell his name. So I didn't know how to spell it. So like I had like Terry, but with an umlaut in there.
I didn't look. I'm sorry.
It's really long. It looked like
it was Tierry. Terry.
Terry.
Oh, there you go.
Oh no, the middle name or the last name. But
all I gotta say is this is when Steve
Buscemi.
He's pretty much saved the movie.
Yeah, so he shows up again. I was like,
yeah,
dude,
he saved the movie.
So, and I can't remember exactly what the dialogue was. It was good dialogue.
It was very. He was the best actor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Through the whole movie.
Dude, Steve Buscemi is the shit.
He is great. Yeah. He's great in a lot of pretty much everything he does. He's fantastic in. And to have him play just such a small role in this, it was just like, man, I wish I would have seen more of him in this. It was upsetting because the part when he's running down the street with the TV.
Oh, yeah. Right. We glossed over that, yeah.
Well, and the cops are chasing him, and it's like, it's fine.
Was it a TV that he had?
Yeah.
He had a TV. But what's even funnier is that the cops are just chasing him on like mopeds.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
But, man, I really wish I could remember his dialogue.
I thought it was something to the effect of like he was basically asking her out. Then she's like, "Oh, I just killed my husband."
Right.
And I forgot what his response was to that.
It's like you could tell by his face that he wasn't really surprised either.
Right.
Yeah. Kind of like, oh well, yeah, I've heard that one before.
Yeah, because he said something about like, how does someone drown who like knows how to swim or something like that.
And then did he say something just kind of like, well, it sounds like he didn't want to live.
Right. Something like along those lines.
That's why I was just like, yeah, you tell her, Steve.
Someone also said the phrase religious heart of fact. But heart of fact sounds very like, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I believe it goes back to the bar scene and they're back in the bar. Nick Cage is in there.
Yeah. He's in his work outfit. And he's super pissed.
Right.
And he sits down and he says 3 tequilas.
Right.
And he gets his 3 and then he's like, I was fired, blah, blah, blah.
those faggots.
Yes,
find me.
There's another one. There's
More
another one.
homophobia.
Yes.
Another fact bomb.
I didn't mean to call you homosexual.
Right.
Oh, what was that in?
That was in whatchamacallit? Freaking the Elvis one.
Why can't I think of what it's
Oh,
called?
the Elvis one doesn't narrow it down.
No,
Wild
right.
at Heart.
Wild at Heart.
Yeah.
Might have sort of calling you all homosexuals. So then, he gets fired, and then he goes back to his loft.
Yeah.
Yes, he does. And he flips them.
He flips out.
Freakout.
Well, because he has that one guy. Remember what? Like he meets an artist guy. He gives the card,
yeah.
and he has
Friend or
his
something.
artist guy come up, like from New York or whatever. And the artist guy says the only really good painting is the one he did of Judge.
Right.
And that's when Nick Cage is
Oh,
like,
was it that one?
Yep. And he's like, that's old. No, because he doesn't want him to think
He's like,
about
call
that.
me back when you have more like this. Or like when you start
and
going in
then
that direction.
Nick Cage flips out on him, and the guy just takes it with a grain of salt. He's like, okay, because Nick Cage is like, well, you want a coffee? After he flips out on
Right.
him,
Oh,
he's like, oh, you want a coffee? The guy's like, no, just let me know when you get new stuff. He's like,
Right.
okay, we'll have a good one.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm just like, oh, that's weird. And
I was like,
then
He starts just trashing everything, just stabbing paintings.
I loved how he thought that he could like punch through the paintings and kick through them.
Right.
Because he didn't realize a canvas. You can't really punch through canvas,
Right.
you know? That was pretty great. And then I want you to
And
say.
then he starts pouring all this black paint on himself. He's
Yes.
like, is it black it out, right?
Yep.
Black it out! Black it out! Like, it's just fucking freaking.
Yes. Yeah.
And then I believe
That's when because Cage is dealing drugs throughout this.
Right.
What drugs do you think he's selling?
Cocaine.
I'm guessing cocaine.
Yeah, remember that little pile?
Oh, yeah.
That's what he-
with the alcohol.
Because the
Of the
reasoning
blood.
behind that, because remember that he got the message from the guy that supplied him saying, "Hey, you're short."
Oh, yeah.
'Cause he started.
payable.
Yeah, he was shorting him.
Right.
That's the whole thing, and then that's when after
So
that,
is she going out for a jog again?
yeah, another jog. Yeah.
And no. Wait, is this when they're back at the shop and they see all the ants and she's like, "Oh, I'll go to the market."
yes.
And Zandalee's like, "No, I'll go."
Yeah, and then the mom or grandma is like, "No, I'll go,"
Right.
because she does not want to be by Zandalee. And I thought that was a little hypocritical.
Yeah.
Because she's the one that was talking about like, oh, affairs, it's fine. But then she's mad at her because her grandson or son died because of an affair. It seemed very weird at the end like that.
Where? Hold on. Wait, when does he fucking say that line?
What line?
Which line?
When I make toast, I smell your skin.
Down to. Does he say it or does she say it?
Oh, no. I think he shows. Oh, no. Because then she goes back home and Nick Cage is there.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
like, you left the door unlocked.
Yes.
And like,
because she comes back from jogging, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's when he tries to make his moves on her again.
Right.
And then she was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then they start going at it.
And then she says,
she calls him Turry.
Turry.
Yes.
Turry.
Yeah, Turry. And then that's what he just kind of was like, oh, okay. And he gets up off of her.
And then she walks to the closet and puts on the longest dress shirt
Yes,
ever. I thought it was a jacket. I'm like, no, that's a long dress shirt.
Oh, is it? I thought it was a jacket too.
I'm pretty sure it's a long dress shirt.
okay.
Yeah.
Long, like if you're like trying to sneak
It
in a
was like a trench
movie,
coat.
like and you
Yeah.
like want to be a really tall person, you're sitting on someone else's shoulders. That's the kind of shirt that you would use. Like one, please. Like, and she's just kind of walking down the street like super aimlessly.
Yeah.
And then Nick Cage is like trying to like get her attention.
Yeah.
And then the drug dealer guy.
Yeah, you could see him in the background,
Right.
and then Nick Cage sees him, and the
Right.
guy's looking at him, and then like he starts following her around like a couple blocks, it seems like, and then that's when the drug dealer gets him, pulls up,
Right.
and he yells through the window to
Gotta make your accounts payable.
yeah, gotta make your accounts payable, and then he points the gun for about a good seemed like a minute and a half. Didn't it seem like it was very long?
No.
And then maybe it was a slow motion thing they were trying to do.
Yeah.
Because then Nick Cage is screaming no,
Right.
And then they show Zandalee's face, and she looks at the gun, and then looks at Cage and does that a few times and then kind of runs, but doesn't really run in front of Cage.
Right.
It looks like they're both kind of running towards the car.
Yeah.
And then the guy shoots her. And then she falls, and then Nick Cage is just like, ah.
But no, doesn't he the shooter, gunman, whatever? Doesn't he shoot and then say you got to make your accounts payable?
Yes.
I remember he sounded very happy. He's like, you got to make your accounts payable.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's right.
yeah. I was like, that was weird.
Yeah.
I was very upbeat about that shooting.
Yeah, and then he picks her up, and Joey Pants comes running down, and he's just like, well, kind of throws his hands up type thing, like there's nothing I could have done to do any of this.
Right.
It's crazy type thing. And then he just walks with her.
Right.
And
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Not Joey Pants.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage has her in an arm, and he's walking with her. And is he screaming or crying or something? I can't remember.
No, I don't think he's
No?
screaming.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's what I wanted to happen. Because I have written here, I have with a couple question marks.
Because then the credits just start rolling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
I decided that the moral of the story is to make sure that you make accounts payable. Because I couldn't really find anything else
Right.
in the movie. That was about it.
And that's Zandalee. Chris, or actually, do you have any facts about it?
No, actually, I couldn't even find like the budget or there's no box office because it was straight to video.
Right.
So,
Which is pretty understandable.
Yeah.
I'm on IMDb right now. It says plot keywords. Oh, where'd it go? Pubic hair, nudity, male objectification, hairy chest, long-haired male.
That about sums it up, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that synopsis right there.
It sounds like like if you like see like Japan versions like of American things, like that would be the name of the movie. Would you recommend it?
No, I would recommend the one scene where he's like pouring paint on himself.
Right.
That's it.
Brendan?
No. And I'd say for the parts when Nick Cage does his Nick Cage moments, I don't even think it's worth sitting through.
Right.
Yes, unless you really want to see Nick Cage or Judge Reinhold naked.
Was he even in the credits?
Who?
Nick Cage.
Oh, I didn't even wait for the credits to roll. Like right when.
And done.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, I mean in the beginning credits.
No, I think he was. He
think
wasn't
so.
the first name, but I think he was in there. I
think
can
he
double
was.
check
I don't know
right
if
now.
they were. Or if he was.
I'll double check right now, but I'm pretty sure he was.
Yeah, I thought so too. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do here, bro?
Sorry, bro. I do not recommend this movie.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing. Like demographic wise, I don't know who this is for.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, this.
Yeah, lonely middle-aged women.
I don't. There was no point in the movie where you can like jump in.
It's like a shitty 9.5 weeks almost, I feel.
I don't know if I've ever seen 9.5 weeks. So I'm sorry. I can't enjoy that with you.
I wouldn't, because that sounds really weird. Especially if you knew what that movie was about.
I don't know.
And then I want you to watch it.
I want to enjoy it with you, Brian. Enjoy it with me.
Let's dance on the top.
Oh, boy.
No, we kind of skipped over. It was weird because at like one point they're doing their dancing thing and like Nicolas Cage goes like elbow,
Right.
but like make it part of the dance, but like Judge Reinhold blocks it, but part of the dance. Like,
Yeah.
this is
Oh yeah,
weird.
I don't know. I just saw him dancing.
Yeah, and they were doing
Yeah, Nicolas Cage is the first name on the credits.
maybe I just
Boom.
kind of phased it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, it was. I'd say it's a hard no for this one too.
Right.
It's a hard no.
Is out of all the Nick Cage movies we've seen so far, is this the worst one?
Oh yeah. Oh
Man, I don't. Yeah. I mean, is the.
Time to Kill.
Yeah, is that. Wait,
That's the Italian one.
what's the name of the.
Birdie?
No. Time to Kill, but what's what disease is it he has?
Leprosy.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Well, at least with Time to Kill, there was
Right.
like a plot.
Sure.
You saw
Things
there was-
happen.
Well, exactly.
Besides jogging.
Exactly.
Right.
So you could sit through it and you know that you watched a movie that had a beginning, a middle, end.
Right.
You might not have liked it. With Zandalee, it was just
Right.
it. There was no starting, no stopping. There was like nothing really jumped out. It would just seem like someone just had an idea, but they didn't know how to work through it. And they're just like, I like this idea. And then that was it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's probably the worst out of all that we've seen so far. But next week is going to be the most polar opposite of this movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is going to be, yes.
When he's pouring the paint on him and shit, would we say that's like the first official Nick Cage freak out? Because I feel like in the movies previous, he'll just have like one line and he kind of shouts. Like the only other freak out I feel like we've seen is like when he couldn't get out of the cell in Birdie.
Right.
But that was pretty short.
what would you say about the dancing at Wild at Heart? Remember the dancing?
The
kicking?
Would
you call that a freak out?
He's dancing.
No.
Okay. He's
Vampire's Kiss. The alphabet.
The entire movie?
Yeah.
The alphabet scene especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is better freak out.
Cool. But yeah, that'll do it for this week. And then we'll see you all next. Next.
Boop.
Yeah. Hey, this is Brian.
Chris.
Brandon.
We really appreciate you guys checking out the podcast. And we just want to say the only way that we can get more people to hear us is if you suggest us, recommend us, find us on iTunes, rate us 5 stars as always, put a positive review, and hopefully we can put out plenty more content for you.
If you're watching us on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Hit it. You will see us. You will like us. You will listen. You will watch us.
Oh, this got really aggressive. And we hope to see you then. Bye-bye.